Today we are heading to Disney. I have just decorated the house for Christmas. We're about to spend some holiday time in Disney World. I'm so excited. So I wanted to share what it would be like to spend 24 hours with us in Disney World upon landing. So we have to get this house ready, packed and set up, and do all of the things before we fly out. So today let's travel together and then spend some time in Disney World, shall we? So the very first thing that I usually do is bring down my luggage and my backpack, and I just keep it in the kitchen instead of running up and down the stairs. And I just keep accumulating into those bags so that as the day goes on before we have to fly out, I have everything I need. Now, these pumpkins had been sitting on my counter, and I promised myself that I would give them to the fur babies outside before we left. So we did this last year, and the deer loved it, and they actually find it throughout the winter in the snow, and it's so beautiful because then they come close to the windows, and it's just so peaceful and lovely. Also, the chipmunks and the squirrels and the birds love the pumpkins. So this year I decided to actually cut them open or crack them open and add a couple seeds to them so that they could thoroughly enjoy, because last year what they did is they actually cracked them open themselves. So I figured I'd help them along. Now, my only hope is that the raccoons, Miss Delilah, does not find these before the other animals, because the raccoons are so much more messy than the other animals, but so far so good. So I started with the two little pumpkins that I had left. I had already carved one I think during our Halloween video, I had carved it and I gave that to one of the chipmunks. So I had two little ones left. So I figured for the birds and the squirrels in the back, it'd be perfect. I also had some leftover peanuts that I just tossed out. I could see the chipmunks, and I figured this would probably be one of the last times that I see the chipmunks. They'll sometimes come out during the winter months if it's like a really nice day, but it's pretty rare. So it was kind of a bittersweet moment for me. I love them so much, but I know they have to go into hibernation. I love the little fur woodland animals. So I filled up the bird seeds because the birds will continue to come no matter what. So just a little Snow White moment before I went to see actual Snow White. So I just left the pumpkins on the balcony. We will see what happens. It could be a disaster, but hopefully it's okay. It's not going to be too messy because everything's going to be frozen anyways very soon. It was already really chilly outside, so I bundled up, put on some boots, and we had a lot of pumpkins to toss into the forest. So this one was the first one that I brought out. This one was it was supposed to be for a chipmunk, but Mr. Jeremiah Duncan found it first. This is Jeremiah, so this is the cameras on him. He loved it. Whatever, as long as one of the fur babies got it. He was in there all day. This video could have been an hour long. So then I just went pumpkin by pumpkin, and my plan was to throw them on the side of the house and on the front of the house and just smash them on a rock. They were way heavier than I thought they were going to be, so it took me a couple tries. But for the most part, they smashed right open. I should have asked my husband for some help. And I know what you're thinking. You're going to end up with a pumpkin patch, Angie. You know what? All good. I hope so, because I tried this year and I couldn't grow a pumpkin patch to save my life. So hopefully this turns into a beautiful garden. And then I think I had one left after this. So I smashed this one on one of the rocks, and the deer have already come to find it. By the way, we have a reindeer. I've never seen a reindeer around our house. They're always little female deers. And then Audrey was like, leave me one. Of course, being a dude, he took it way more seriously than I did. So before we left, and I not only wanted to pack up, but I was a couple things I still wanted to put away from just fall decor so that it wasn't out whenever we came back. Spritzed myself with some Christmas Joy. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's from Bath & Body Works. And then I had bought these fake evergreens to put outside, and I figured before it freezes, I might as well do this now. And it was the right decision because it snowed the next day. So I got these in a pack of 2, and I just thought they were so perfect. I was going to put them in front of the driveway, but I really like them at the front door, so they will remain here, and they look pretty real. So here's a little update on the decorating. I've been posting a lot of short form, so if you're following here on YouTube, you can find them here. You can find them on my other platforms as well, but we've been decorating all the rooms and doing all the things, and it's so fun. I feel like that lake is going to be frozen the next time I see it. So we are going to Disney for just a couple of weeks, not very long, and we are hosting my brother. It's going to be so good. This is the beginning of the porch theme, and it is going to be incredible. Any guesses on the inspiration? By the way, the birds loved it. It was a success. So did the woodland babies, all the pumpkins and everything. So we made our way over to the airport, packed up our luggage, got in the car, and headed to the airport. It's about 45 minutes away. Sat at the bar, We always do the same thing. We get a little drink. I get a poutine. It's very Canadian. And then we hopped on the plane. It was a pretty easy flight other than being stuck on the tarmac, but it's okay. I watched Selling Sunset. My husband watched a wrestling documentary. I had a little wine. We had a little cheese plate. It was very lovely. So for us to fly to Orlando, from the Ottawa airport to the Orlando airport, it's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, depending on the weather. Pretty seamless, and it was a direct flight, which we loved. So then we made our way into the car and into Disney World, and I just want to say it never gets old going under the gate. Makes me so happy. So then we arrived at home, and the first thing we did is put down our luggage. I washed my face really quickly, put my hair up in a top knot, and then we headed straight out. So that is a question I get often is, how quickly do you go out into Disney World when you land? This quickly, actually. So we were hungry. We made our way to Disney Springs. It's sometimes Epcot, sometimes Disney Springs is our go-to. It depends, but we were feeling Disney Springs, and it was such a lovely night. And we always have our honorary spot. We have a couple of spots that we like to go, but Boathouse is always a sure bet. So we love just sitting at the bar, especially because it's just us two. It's way easier to get into places. And Boathouse makes the best martini. Now, beware, because it's gigantic, but it's perfect post-flight. So we got the shrimp boil to share. They have a really good chopped salad. It was the perfect way to land in Disney World. It was absolutely amazing. We did a little bit of shopping, more so just trying to gather information as to what we would like when we come back to actually shop. And then we ended our night at Ghirardelli. We have never really been huge fans of this. We've just heard hype, and it was actually my husband's idea. Is like, let's get an ice cream. It was incredible. We got the salted caramel, and their ice cream is almost like a whipped marshmallow type of ice cream, and you just pop a squat near the water. Incredible, pure Disney magic. And to think we were in the freezing cold of Canada just a couple hours ago. So we just enjoyed the twinkling lights, and we headed home for the evening. We didn't do very much at Disney Springs, but it was a beautiful way to just cap off that night. And then once we got home, we had some stuff done while we were gone. So we ended up doing like this organization in our garage. It was so helpful. So we were just kind of assessing which Christmas decorations had to come down. Now, for our full 24 hours, this was my little morning routine, waking up the next day. It's always kind of a change, waking up in a different bed. It's still my bed, but it's kind of jarring every single time because it feels the same. And I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not Canada. I'm in a different house. Do you ever get that where you're like, where am I? So I went and got ready. This is my office/beauty room. So I just go do my makeup, little spritz, little toss, shake. I was in full Disney excitement mode. So now I have to move my Halloween and fall backpacks to the bottom and bring up my Christmas backpacks. I was trying to decide between Elf or Santa Mickey. I always bring a little sweater inside my backpack because air conditioning. Hand sanitizer, wipes, all that type of stuff. Hair clips. We went and said hi to Mickey. This is kind of like my little morning routine. We'll usually do a coffee or whatnot if we're not going out. But for today, we were having brunch in the parks. Technically not the parks, but we will eventually end up in the parks. So again, we headed out. This is one of my favorite drives in all of Disney World. It's so beautiful. It's kind of like the back way to go to Saratoga Springs. It's just really pretty back there. You're driving along the golf courses. So we parked and we ended up back at Disney Springs because they have one of the best breakfasts, I would say, on the entire property, maybe other than Cake Bake. So Raglan Road has a really good brunch, but Chef Art's Homecoming, so good. So that is where we were headed. And I just want to say, a morning at Disney Springs is so quiet and so lovely. So again, no surprise, but we just sat at the bar. It's way easier to get into places, especially if you're just two people, and you get really good service because bartenders are incredible and they just have so much heart and passion and excitement and they just care so much, which I love. So I started drinking either decaf or half calf. I'm so sorry. I know that sounds weird, but I'm kind of off of caffeine. I did get a mimosa and I got the Eggs Benedict. So good. And then we did some actual shopping. I love that lug bag. I love that sweater. I'm obsessed with the Christmas Mickey this year. All of the Christmas merchandise, I almost get overwhelmed. Not almost, I very much get overwhelmed. I love this little shop in Disney Springs. All the vintage Christmas stuff. Oh, obsessed. So I picked up a couple of pieces here. Again, overwhelmed. I have those little martini glasses. I love them. Cutting boards. Oh, so pretty. I love all the fancy ornaments. There's like kids stuff in this store. It's so cute. Andre was having a great time. All the candles. Oh, love it. I got a couple little pieces here and then we kept going. I love these little plushies at the Coach. I have 2 of them. Chip and Dale. Oh. So then we went over to Ron John, shopped a little bit around there. So I ended up getting some clothing. We ended up visiting the art store. We went and visited our friend Dominic. So this is all his artwork. I ended up buying the Bambi painting, by the way, to everybody that was like, you need the Bambi painting for your Bambi room. I got it. Then we went into the big Disney store, and there's a couple pieces here that I'm still yet to get that I have my eye on, but there's like a Christmas shoulder pal of Gus Gus. I love him. I love this Mickey snowman so much. So this entire week we've been here with my brother, and he ended up getting that sweater, and now I want it too. It's so cute, and I want the Santa hat. Like I said, I want everything. I want a bubble wand. I am like a full-grown child. All of these things are just incredible. I'm still not over the pumpkin. If you saw my Disney Halloween videos and I was talking about the glass pumpkins are so beautiful. And I love these little statues. Andre wanted to film me so that you guys could laugh. I don't think it fits my head at all. I thought it was cute though. I did end up buying a Christmas skirt. I bought this for Christmas dinner this year. I figured with like a little red bodysuit, it could be really cute. Like I said, we did some damage this day. Some really good shopping. Nice dress, some Christmas stuff. It was so fun. We, of course, had to visit the Christmas store. They had such pretty ornaments, and they had these like matte colored ones. Andre loved the red and the green one. I have to get these. I will have to get them this trip, the Chip and Dale. There's the Gus Gus that I want. Do I get him or not? He's a little bit expensive, I feel. And then the vintage Mickey and Minnie. Absolutely love it. So then we took a ride, a little walk ride through I call it the Forbidden Forest, to walk through to Saratoga. We had a great day. And then from there, we headed back home for a little break. So that's usually our routine, is we'll either go into a park or Disney Springs, go for a couple hours, have breakfast and or lunch, and then we always break midday. We are not rope drop people that go from morning until night. So we always take a break and we go back home. So once we arrived at home, I made a really big effort to just get everything unboxed and undone, including all of the packages that had arrived while we were gone. And also I had a huge goal of obviously taking down any fall decor. How cute is that skirt? With a little bodysuit. And then I also got this maxi dress. I love a strapless maxi dress. So I got this at American Threads. I thought it was just really pretty. I don't usually wear brown, but I liked it. That was really cute. You can either do like an off the shoulder or strapless. So I figured for a date night, that could be really cute. And then I got this little skirt because it's supposed to be, I mean, when I say chilly, Florida chilly out. So I figured like a little fleece skirt could be cute. These are the vintage little ornaments that I got. They're actually salt and pepper shakers. I had no idea. I love a vintage reindeer. So then we had received a couple packages, not a ton. Look at my shock levels. Yeah. Do you know what that is? Because I didn't realize it at first. And I'm also trying to figure out who the heck sent me that. So I will give you an update of that in a second. This is my friend's company. She just sent me some of it. They're like acne patches. It's called K-Bye. It's so cute. These are the little mugs that I ordered from the Daily Grind. I ordered my own stuff, yes. So I'm kind of spilling beans here by showing you these, but I figured you should see them. And yes, they do come with a lid. So these have been on my stories. I have them at home in Canada. And every time they're on my stories, the amount of messages that I get asking, what the heck are those? They're ours. Same with the cuppies. I needed to bring my syrup cuppy here as well. I love it so much. And then I just ordered a couple little short dresses. I love the dresses with the shorts underneath for the park. So I got some Christmas themed ones, a little bow hair clip, very holiday themed. That is fake snow for photography. And then I ordered some they're kind of like Ugg boots. I had these last year, but I brought them home to Canada because they were so good. So I got some new ones for here. little workout shorts, unbox all of it, just some necessities like mouthwash, and then all of the cozy blankets. So these are also daily home blankets. They're reversible. And I just got my 3 favorites for now. I mean, I might order more. I don't know. I just love them so much. I put 1 of them outside in the porch and then 2 of them in the living room. This one's the Kevin McAllister blanket. That's what I call it. It's not really what it's called. It just reminds me of Kevin McAllister. And then this one is inspired by The Holiday. So it's giving like that cozy cottage. So I brought everything upstairs that needed to go upstairs and everything into the living room that needed to go into the living room. So this truly is what 24 hours looks like for us when we first arrive. We usually go straight into the parks and do some fun stuff, and then we adult for a little bit, get the house back together. I dumped out all the ice that was stale. So that's kind of one thing with leaving the house for so long. And no, we don't rent it out. We're not allowed. So a lot of things need some upkeep. So after I cleaned up a little bit, I did a quick workout. It was like about 30 minutes. I've kind of found a routine that works for me. I mix Pilates with really light weightlifting, like nothing more than 10 pounds, and it's really working for me and I love it. And I especially love working out here because I work out in the porch, in the humidity, which is lovely. I am so not a gym person. I don't know why. It's not my favorite thing. So just a little private workout by myself is my type of thing. Definitely my jam. And then I just did a really good stretch at the end. And I had full intention of jumping in that pool as soon as I was done because I was sweaty. And I had to put some Disney music on the background. So I made sure that the little living space was put back together and just kind of organized again. And then I brought my stuff outside to read a lovely book inside the pool because I do not get pool time whenever I'm at home in Canada. So I try and soak up all the sun and all the pool time whenever I'm here. This is probably my favorite part of the house, is just sitting in the pool with the fountain. So right now I'm reading The Hunting Party. I'm co-reading it with my friend. And I had told her, I'm looking for a book. Like, we should read a book that's almost like a whodunit, but giving Christmas or winter vibes. And she suggested this and it was perfect. And I'm loving it so far. So I usually will try and do my Kindle and pair it with Audible, which works really well for me. So I will do both, like back and forth, because your Kindle will know where you picked up from Audible and vice versa. This is me. You guys completely caught me just standing in the sun. Just completely standing and soaking up the sun. So then I figured I would shut things down outside and just come back in and start doing a little bit more adulting, cleaning up, getting myself cleaned up before we would go out to dinner. Can you spot Andre having a nap in his office? So yeah, when we first landed, we didn't unpack. We just put our stuff down and headed right out. And yes, I did pack luggage I did pack some Lego in my luggage. So we had got these at Walmart and we just figured let's bring them because we do so much Lego at the Disney house and none at all in Canada. So I had room in my luggage, so I just put them in there. I scare so easily, and he was coming down the stairs and I had earbuds in. I jumped to the heavens. So another Amazon delivery came in. These are just some little dresses that I got, and just a couple other little pieces of just necessities and stuff came in. And then it was takedown time. I always get asked how long it takes me to take all this stuff down. Not very long. I'm very quick at taking down decorations. So I just used these little fabric boxes. So half of the boxes, so 4 of them are Halloween, 4 of them are Christmas, and then the rest of the decorations just go above the fridge and whatnot. You'll see it, I'll share it all. These pillows needed to go outside, and then I put the remainder of the Halloween stuff up there. So because the ceilings are so high in the kitchen, it's actually really practical because I never use that storage unless it's for seasonal stuff. So it's perfect, put up there. Took out all the tumblers, all the Halloween stuff went away, and then I took out all the Christmas tumblers. Love a cuppy, love a mug, and I love a cuppy. I will eventually run out of room though, but now that we have new storage in the garage, maybe not. There's always room for growth. And then I also have a cupboard under the stairs, just like Harry Potter. So above the fridge is where I keep all of my gingerbread houses, and I try to buy one new house a year just to make it special. So I do have a new house that I got this year, and then I just took out my Christmas martini glasses and my little cardinal from our friends. I love this thing. So I do a little gingerbread village. I keep it really simple. I put some fairy lights underneath, and during this time Andre was unpacking some groceries that we had gotten. So we mixed adulting and decorating, and then a little bit more Disney-ish stuff later on. So I put out all these gingerbread houses. They actually light up from the inside. I think I will eventually run out of room though if I keep buying more and more, but they're so pretty. I love them. And then I have one more for this year, so you'll have to stay tuned. And then I turn on the fairy lights and it's so pretty. It almost looks like a gumdrop type of little village path or something. And then all the sparkles, I just love it. And it's such a simple way to decorate. I will definitely say the decorations at this house is a lot less chaotic than the Canada house. I brought down a couple more Halloween pieces and then it was time to go gallivant. So this is the dress that came in. I thought it was super cute. It has like a little tutu around it and just shorts underneath. And then I wanted to unbox the Disney Labubus. So my friend Christina sent these to me. It was her daughter's idea. And I got the chaser. So I explained to her, I'm like, Christina, I got the chaser. And she's like, is that good? I'm like, it's the rarest one that you can get. So Huey, Dewey, and Louie is like the secret one. You're gonna see me freak out. So now I have all of them and I'm so excited. I put him on my elf backpack and he matches perfectly. And yeah, that was the last one. I really, really wanted Chip because I have Dale. So now I have every single one of them and it was the most amount of serotonin ever. I was so happy. So thank you to Christina and P. Oh my gosh, you guys are like the sweetest ever. I was so excited. So then we got in the car and then we went to an actual park. So we parked at the beach club and we were headed over to Epcot. It was such a nice night out, perfect for walking in, lovely evening. We figured we'd start with a drink. So we never really go to the Moroccan Pavilion. We figured let's go sit outside. It'll be lovely. So Spice Road table, we shared a little bit of hummus, enjoyed the view. We got some cocktails. It was lovely. And like a perfect little pre-dinner snack. And then from there, we headed to one of our favorite restaurants. And usually, even if you don't have rezos, you can probably, you guessed it, sit at the bar, but they actually got us a table. So I think there was like a 15-minute wait. So there is a bar right next to the restaurant, like a sake bar. And I love hot sake. Andre loves Sapporo. So we just kind of stood there and hung out. They poured me a really big glass of sake. I've never met someone that likes hot sake in my whole life. Everyone always thinks I'm crazy. I love it. It's like hot wine. I don't know how else to explain. I know that's not a very good explanation. So we love this place. It is right next to the teppanyaki restaurant, and it is mostly sushi, and they have Kobe beef, and just, it's so good. So we got a little soup, some rice, some edamame, and then a bunch of different rolls. Now, you can actually see the fireworks from this restaurant from your table. I just step outside. So this is literally right outside the doors, and you get the most beautiful view because you're actually above everything. The Epcot fireworks are incredible. So then from there, the park was closing and we just made our way out. By the way, footage with the new phone, so impressive. I love it. So by this point, it was like 9 p.m. and we weren't super tired because we are basically large children. So we went on a mission to go find my little brother who had just landed. And we were like, we're going to come find you. So we went to visit them at their room really quickly and we wanted to see if they wanted to come out with us, but they were zonked. So it's okay. We visited with them and then the next day we saw them again. So we went to see them and then Andre and I still had a ton of energy. So we decided to end our night in the best way possible with some beignets and some live jazz music. So if you've never found this little speakeasy, it's called Scat Cats. It's at Port Orleans. It is so fun and the perfect end to 24 hours in Disney. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I love you guys so much and I will keep bringing holiday magical content your way. I cannot wait to see you guys next time. Thank you for hanging out with me for the past 24 hours in Disney World. Bye, dudes.